If you've been worried about your business not growing as quickly as you thought it would, I'm going to pose you a question. Where do you think your leadership level is at this time? Because the truth bomb for you and for this video is that your business can only grow as fast as your leadership. I'm Katie Collins with the Launch Squad, and we help coaches and course creators design and develop an irresistible offer and then launch it up to 3 times in a year. And we take care of all of the integration and the strategy, and you've got a team by your side every step of the way. And today I wanted to talk to you about a symptom that comes up for some of our clients, and that symptom is around feeling resistance around having to do certain things and then feeling frustrated that they're not quite getting the results that they expected. So I want to share with you 3 keys that are instrumental to your leadership as the CEO of your biz. And here's the thing, I get it. As a solopreneur, you're like, what the heck is a CEO? I don't want to do that because that feels so corporate. And so I totally get that. But if you don't take yourself seriously, if you're not taking your business seriously, and if you're not staying accountable to yourself, you're lacking a CEO. And that lack of a CEO is going to really kill your results. So let's turn that around. So the first key I want you to take on is understanding you cannot outperform your own limiting beliefs. So what do I mean by that? Well, you hear so often, you've got to do mindset work, right? Gratitude journal, whatever, all these different things that you can do to make yourself feel better, to uplift your energy. If you're not doing that consistently, and if you're not calling yourself out on some of the beliefs that you're like, where did that come from? Like, I don't know what that belief might be for you, but it might be that you can't allow yourself to make as much money as you want because there's an element of guilt there. Or you may feel like you're never going to get out of debt. Or you may feel like the abundance mindset isn't for you. You don't even know how to bring that up. If that's you, you cannot outperform that. If you think that you'll never get out of debt, you're right. If you think that you'll never have an abundance mindset, you're right. And that is not going to help you grow your business. So these are elements of the beliefs that you're holding on to, right? The ways of thinking that are habitual for you that are holding you back. And you need to cultivate the mindset that you need for success, which is going to be a different mindset than what you have right now. And you need to cultivate that consistently every single day. The second key I wanted to talk to you about was understanding that when you feel frustrated, it's a sign. Okay, so you're like, yeah, Katie, I know, it's a sign that I'm freaking frustrated. So let me tell you what I mean. It's a sign that you need to put whatever is frustrating you, like whatever task is frustrating you, into one of 3 buckets. The first bucket is the I need help bucket. So we always say, quit trying to do everything yourself. You are wasting time and money doing it alone. And I know so many of you think, oh, but I can't afford to hire someone just yet. I need to make money before I can. No, that mindset is holding you back. There is not a business owner out there that is successful that's doing it all by themselves. So anything you're frustrated with, you may be able to put it in the I need help bucket and then figure out, what does that help look like? How much is it going to cost? And how quickly can you onboard someone to get this done? Okay, the second bucket that you can put a frustration into is the resistance bucket. Okay, what do I mean by that? Well, I've got a task here and I'm thinking, I don't want to do this. It's going to take me forever. Email sequences. There's 7 emails I have to write. I'm resisting, right? Or, I have to do a video and there's something wrong with my face, or my glasses are reflecting funny in the light, or my iPhone is too old and it doesn't make good videos, right? All of these things that come up are just signs of resistance. So when you're feeling frustrated with a project, and you can put that frustration in the resistance bucket, then you can identify, why is that so frustrating? Why are you resisting? And it may be, oh, I need new tools. I need new tech. I need, you're not going to say I need a new face, please, right? But I need to let go of my desire for perfection. I need to figure out, is there a way I can do videos without the glare on my glasses, right? Things like that. Get answers. So when you're frustrated and you're resisting something, by making a list of why you're resisting it, you can get answers and move the project forward. All right, the third bucket that you can put your frustration into is the I'm exhausted and overwhelmed bucket. Now, you may be feeling like that day in and day out because you might not have hired anyone yet, right? But sometimes a task that's not even that difficult is very difficult when you're feeling exhausted and overwhelmed. And sometimes we have this, I've got to get this done. I promised myself I'd have it done by Thursday. I've got to get it done. But if your body and your mind are like, you have to listen. You have to take a break, refresh, revitalize, so that you can revisit. So one of my favorite things to do, even if it's just 10 minutes, I do two things on a regular basis when I feel that way. One, I take my dog for a walk around a single block. It takes about 7 to 10 minutes, depending on how many times that girl needs to sniff. The other thing I like to do is weed my yard. So my yard is full of weeds and I like to go out there for 10 minutes. I take off my shoes so that I'm earthing, I'm grounding into the earth, and I'm just pulling weeds. And there's a sense of accomplishment in that. I spend about 10 minutes doing it and come in, wash my hands, and I'm pretty much ready to go. Like really, the concept of power naps is a real thing. Sometimes you only need a 10-minute break. But if that's not enough and your body is like, no, like go for a hike or take the rest of the day, whatever you need to do, retail therapy, whatever you need to do, just do it. Just let yourself have that time, because I promise you, when you sit back down at your desk the next day, it will come. It will be easy. Or you're going to be able to put it into the I need help bucket, or the I'm resisting and let me figure out why bucket, so that we can solve the resistance and push through it. All right, so far I've shared with you 2 keys to being a better leader, like the CEO of your business. First key being you have to consistently weed out your mind of those negative beliefs or things that you keep saying that are not helping you. So you can never outperform your limiting beliefs. The second thing is, when you feel frustration, you can put whatever the task you're doing into one of 3 buckets. The I don't know what I'm doing and I need help bucket, the I'm resisting and I'm going to figure out why so that I can move through it bucket, or the I need a freaking break bucket, right? And act accordingly. All right, the third key to your leadership is one of the most important ones: personal responsibility and self-integrity. So, when you were an employee, you had accountability, right? You had a boss that was expecting you to get things done by a certain time, and you probably had to submit a report or, something to let people know, hey, I'm not just sitting on my butt all day. But when you're a solopreneur, self-employed, you get to do whatever you want, and no one's checking in on you, asking you, did you just sit on your butt all day? And sometimes the answer is yes, right? Here's the thing. If you don't give yourself deadlines, and if you don't follow through on those deadlines, a project that could have been done in 7 days gets stretched out to 6 weeks before you even realize it. I am not kidding. You know why I know? Because I did it. So my coach looked me right in the eye and was like, girlfriend, you need to get some better self-responsibility, right? It's not that big of a deal, just get it done. So there are certain projects in our business that are gonna take us a long time, right? Crafting 5 days of content, if you're gonna do a 5-day challenge, and then writing an entire webinar with an offer and figuring out your offer, that takes a long time, but it's just chunked down every step of the way. And so the last time I had to do that, I just told myself, all right, let's do a quick outline. What's days 1 through 5? Like, what am I even gonna do? And then I would write day 1 and call that task complete for either the day or for the moment that I was sitting in the chair. I might get up and go do something, sit down and do day 2. I would not leave my chair till the day I was working on was done. And very quickly, 5 days of content revealed itself in like 14 pages of Google Docs because I put on my binaural beats and I figured it out. I sat there and got it done. I had a deadline and I had to stick to it. So if you're somebody that's lacking self-integrity right now, if you let yourself off the hook, you give yourself a break, oh, I'll do that later, oh, I'll do that later. If you're not putting it on the calendar, it's not gonna get done because you're saying to yourself, it's not a priority. If you cannot trust yourself in your business, your potential clients will not trust you either. That's the most important thing to take away from today, is that energetically we can feel when you're not owning up to your end of the bargain. So having that self-accountability is one of the best ways to step up your leadership and to get what needs to get done, or to hire someone to get it done. Because at the end of the day, if it doesn't get done, you can't move your project forward. And it's probably about you making more money. All right, that's it for today. If you want more training on this in a more in-depth way, hop into our Lighten Your Launch Facebook group where you can watch a longer training on this very topic and get to know us at the Launch Squad and see what we have coming up very soon.